for your core work, remember that we have 3 different exercises, actually 4. So one of them is you're going to do both your torso and your low body together. One you will do just your torso, and one you will do just your low body. And then the 4th exercise is just a plank. So I'm going to demonstrate all 4 of those. Right now, I have as many vertebrae as I can on the floor, and you want to very gently lift up your torso through your shoulders, not through your neck, to get as much of your back up off the floor as you can. Then you're going to hold that position, keep yourself tight, and now when you lift up your knees, that's good, but I want you to actually lift up that vertebrae too. So you're now in that fetal position. For the first exercise, you just drop your torso. Notice this angle does not move at all. And then for the second part, your second core exercise is to drop just your torso. Just your lower body. Your torso wants to go like this. You don't. Hold it up there with those tight abs. And then the third exercise is you drop them both down together. And then the 4th exercise is for you to just hold the plank. And remember I told you that I wanted your shoulders, your elbows, and your wrists to remain stacked. Watch for that sagging back. You don't want to do it. It's okay for you to have your glute up in the air a little bit, and I want you to feel it through your abs. If this is too much, then you can drop down on your knees, but I still want you to look like a nice strong plank. And just hold it there for as long as you can. And then, let me know how it goes. And if you want to, fellas, you can drop down your glute a bit as well to make a compound movement. So you can drop it down, and then bring it back up. If your arms get tired, then you can just do the glute movement. And then if your glute gets tired, you could just do the arm movement. The second exercise is the lunge with the row. So you'll get in your lunge stance, lean forward, make sure that your knee stays behind your toes, and then you're just going to pull straight back. Now I'm going to turn to the side here because I want to remind you that when you did that row, that you had a hard time, you would start with the bend on here in your elbow. I want you to make sure, you would start with your wrist. So you got to make sure that you start it with your elbow and then drop it back. And then remember, you can lengthen your neck by looking the other way. And then of course you switch legs and do the other side. Third exercise is the bicep wrap. So you're going to plie, and then you're going to wrap the bicep around. So it's the same concept, so if you want to, you can add a plie, come up and down. You can do both, that makes it compound, or you can just do the biceps. Or if you get tired, you could just do the little pulses on the plie. The curtsy lateral movement, remember we started off, I said you could just do a curtsy. We want to make sure that your knee is over your ankle, and then you're just going to come straight back up. So you're going to go down, and then straight back up. We make this a compound movement by adding a lateral raise. You're doing your lower body first, and then a lateral raise. For the other side, remember you stay down, and then you can change it to a front raise. So when you're doing your legs, you're doing your legs. When you're doing your arms, you're doing your arms. And then the final one, we did glute and tricep. So this is really 2 glutes. I added in with the chest. And so you want to make sure that you're at 90 degrees, that your elbow's right above your shoulder, and that you hit it straight up. Now, I have one weight in an OK grip and the other one in a regular grip. It's harder to hold it in an OK grip, so you're right there. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you start at a slight angle and then drop it down. Now, the whole time I had my glute up in the air. You got to watch for an arch in your back. You want to make sure you don't do that. You want to make sure that you have a nice, strong pelvic tilt. If you want to add a little bit to it, and your arms are up at the top, you can drop down your glute. Now, I know that's a little complicated, so you don't have to do that if you don't want to. And then that's your final exercise. So for your aerobic workout, I'm going to show you just the basics, and then I'm going to speed them up, and we're going to do each one of them. Remember that you're not doing them in a row, but I just wanted to be able to show you each of them. So the first one is just a side step. And remember, you're going to go 20 seconds on and then 10 seconds off. Okay? So, you want to make it harder, You're gonna go like this. I want you to make sure that you're landing laterally in your leg and not in your kneecap. So that's the side step. You march wide, looks like that, and then you come down. When your timer starts, you go as fast as you can. Remember, you're tight throughout here. You're not going all around. You're just nice and steady. And then the other one is in, out, out. So you're gonna go in and then out. In, out, out. So you naturally are gonna pick your right leg to lead. So the opposite would be your left leg. So make that lead each time. And then you just speed it up. And get low. And then your final one is the lateral lift, where you're just gonna lift to one side. And if that's enough, that's enough. Or you can change it to a kick. And then that's it. So have fun. Let me know if you have any questions.